Namaste and hello, this is your Sanskrit instructor welcoming you back into video number 139, assignment number 40. Please send this assignment to mdg.sanskrit@gmail.com for credit towards the online course and for feedback. All submissions must be legibly handwritten and scanned as a PDF or sent as a picture. Your task is to translate the following English sentences into Sanskrit using the personal pronouns in the table format. You have quite a few sentences to translate. You have 43 sentences, but as you're seeing me scrolling up and down, you can see that the sentences are not that long. The focus of this assignment is to make sure that you have mastery in knowing how to use the passive voice and also to know how to decline pronouns properly so that it can agree with everything in the sentence. Today I will be doing 3 examples with you so that you can have an idea on how to use the passive voice and to see when it is appropriate to use it and when it is not appropriate to use it. And in your next lesson, you will be given your next assignment, you will be given a story that you will have to translate on your own. And we will not be going over an example together in your next assignment because at this point, after over 100 videos, you should be able to translate a story on your own, and by doing this assignment well and understanding all of the different tenses and how they could be used together and all of the different voices, you should be able to translate a story on your own. So that's why we'll be spending a lot of time on examples in this video, but first let us go over what sentences we need to translate. So number 1 is I lead. There's already a table set up there for you. Number 2, we two are led. That's going to be another example. Number 3, we go. Number 4, thou art remembered, or you are remembered. That would be passive. Number 5, you two run. Notice that there is a mix between present tense sentences and passive voice sentences. Number 5, you two run. Number 6, you are abandoned. Number 7, he plays. Number 8, she is protected. Number 9, it is burned. Number 10, they two move. Number 11, they are conquered. Notice that in the pronouns, they're telling you whether they want you to decline it in the masculine or in the feminine gender. Number 12, they are cooked. Number 13, I dug. Number 14, we two were nourished. We will use this sentence as an example. And that is why the table is set up. Number 15, we danced. Number 16, thou wert blamed. That is for you were blamed, in other words. Number 17, you two perished. Number 18, you were taken away. Number 19, he blew. As you can notice, there's also an intermingle between the different tenses, not only the voices. Number 20, she was seen. Number 21, it was quiet. Number 22, the two were struck. Number 23, they were created. Number 24, let me plow. Number 25, let both of us be released. Number 26, let us touch. Number 27, do thou enter, or it's imperative for you enter. Number 28, let both trees be sprinkled. Number 29, do you throw the arrows? Number 30, let them be punished. Number 31, let her go. Number 32, let it be told. Number 33, let them both wash. Number 34, let them be counted. Number 35, I should not steal. Number 36, it should not be stolen. Number 37, they should not oppress them. Number 38, they should not be oppressed by them. Number 39, it should be brought. Number 40, you two should be followed. Number 41, flowers should be scattered. Number 42, you two should not disagree. And number 43, it should be done. So for number 1 is I lead. Now, before, in the very beginning of this course, just putting Nayami, remember ni is to lead, first person. And the reason why I have before I begin, the reason why I have the answers already written out is due to time constraints. We have 3 examples, and I want to make sure that you know why it is this answer. So back to the sentence. So to lead is ni. That was in our first chapter. And in the first couple of videos, it is first person parasmay padi. This is present tense. I lead. You're leading right now. So you know that this is present. This is not passive. Okay? And it's not imperfect tense either. It's just the first that we have learned in the very beginning. So ni is to lead, present tense, first person singular, nayami. That would have been acceptable alone. But the direction says to make sure that we're using the pronouns. The pronoun for I, well, that is first person, that's a first person singular pronoun, so we have to use the word asmad. And since I is the subject of the sentence, that's why it's going to be declined in the nominative case. Asmad nominative singular ends up being aham. So you end up with aham nayami, and the only sandhi that we have here, well, because of the order that I put it in, you choose your battles, this ma is going to turn into the anuswar right here. So that's the only sandhi there. Now I want to go over number 2, because number 1 you have I lead, but in number 2 you have we two are led. So are led, okay? They're not the ones that are doing the leading in the sentence. They are being led by something. So the key word here is are. Once you see the word are or is, you know that you're working with the passive voice here. So we two are led. Again, we two, that's a pronoun. So you're going to want to use asmad again, because we is first person. Well, we two is first person dual. And since this is the subject again in the sentence, we two are led, this is going to be in the nominative case. So nominative dual of asmad is avram. And then are led. So again, ni, we're working with the same verb as we worked with in the last example. So this is first person, parasmay padi. This is active voice. However, that doesn't matter, because when you are working with the passive voice, you always have to add the termination endings for the middle voice for whatever tense you're in. We are in present tense. If it was we two were led, then this would be imperfect passive, but we are in the present passive because we are in we two are led. Okay, so since this is a first conjugation, you're going, and this is the passive tense we're working with, we're going to leave ni, the verbal root, just like it is. You're going to add ya, and then when you're working with termination endings that begin with a ma or va, you have to remember to add your long a. When you are the termination ending for middle voice for first person dual is vahai. That's why it's going to be used. That's why it is being used as a termination ending in this sentence. So you end up with avam niya vahai. And then again, the same sandhi rules applies with the anuswar. And the last sentence that I want to go over is we two were nourished. You're being nourished by something else. So that's why you know that it's passive. Were is past tense. So you're working with the imperfect passive tense. Push, to nourish, that is the fourth conjugation. So that's why you end up with push. You just keep it as it is. And then since it's we two were nourished, you want to use the middle voice termination endings because it's passive. So you're going to do we two vahi, termination ending for the middle voice. And then because it starts with a va, you're going to add an a here. The answer is Avam Pushyavahi, and this is your Sanskrit instructor signing off with a namaste.